is the Chicago Police Department with an urgent Virginia alert. Please help us in locating the Chicago Bears offense. It has been reported missing since the year 1946. If you can find the Chicago Bears offense, please, please, please return them to Soldier Field so that way they can join everyone else in the 21st century. Thank you again for listening to this Virginia alert. Where is the Bears offense? It's an urgent Virginia alert! First thing, I'm going to tell each and every single one of you dopey-ass Bears fans, when you actually bought into this fluky, fake, freaking 5-1 start, I want you to do one thing. Tell me how my ass tastes. Like right here. You take a look at that ass. Kiss that black ass. Right there. Trying to tell you dumbasses. But no, nobody want to listen. They want to get all naive about it. They want to sit there and buy into the bullshit. They want to pretend like good things are meant to happen to this stupid Bears organization. You know it's bad when you go on Monday night after losing 3 games in a row, you're at home, your season for all intents and purposes is on the line, because if you lose this game, you now lost 4 in a row, you're 5-5, and coming out of your bye week, guess what? You got the Packers on primetime Sunday night. Yeehaw! So this was a must-win game. Absolute, positively must-win game. What you think you would see in desperation in the team is certainly reflected in the desperation of Matt Nagy. Apparently realizing Andy Reid was right when he only gave him play-calling duties for half the season because Matt Nagy doesn't know what the F he's doing. So he says, you know what? Now I'm going to sit there and I'm going to kick it on over to Bill Lazor and say, Bill, good luck with you. I want you to get a laser focus on this offense. So that way Nick can fails like only Nick Fails can. F-A-I-L-S. You go into this game, losers of 3 in a row. And you're facing the Vikings on Monday night. Who are quarterbacked by who? Kirk Cousins. Quarterbacked by who? Kirk Cousins. Who has won how many games in his career as a starting quarterback on Monday Night Football? I believe the record may be 0. So of all the times that you would think you'd be able to put it together, all the times that you'd be able to figure it out, all the time you'd be able to sit there and say, hey, you know what? We're going to rally together and find a way to do something offensively and win this cotton-picking, God-blessed game. They put a laser-eye focus. Here's Nick Fails, F-A-I-L-S. And this was the abortion that they gave you on Monday night. Regardless of your political beliefs, rest assured that abortion will always be legal in Illinois because you've been watching it from the stupid-ass team's offense by and large for the past 7 decades now. Christ almighty. Like you were thinking, as stupid as they are and as much as they suck. Hey, 6 points in the first half, that's progress. Offense didn't score the rest of the game. Third quarter comes around, they end up with negative yardage in the quarter. They took it to the last drive. The last Nick Fails, F-A-I-L-S drive in the fourth quarter. Before they had positive yardage gain in the second half. Like, here's a perfect epitomization of so many things that are the Chicago Bears. The Bears defense makes a tremendous play on the Vikings' first drive. Vikings are driving. Fumble forced on Kyle Rudolph. Bears recover. You're like, okay, good. They stopped the bleeding, didn't give up any points. Now the offense has some momentum. Let's go do something. And immediately Nick Fails, F-A-I-L-S, overthrows Anthony Miller, who everybody's going to sit there and try and blame because, oh, you know, it was somewhere in his stratosphere, so he's got to catch it. How about Nick Fails, F-A-I-L-S, actually hits the damn receiver in stride and hits him in a somewhat decent position for a change. Stop making excuses for the damn quarterbacks in Chicago when they absolutely positively suck. Calling all of you out on blast on that garbage. Quit it. You're stupid. That's enough. Turn the ball right back over because of course that's what the hell this team does. And when you look towards the end of the first half, yet again, another situation where the Bears defense tries their best to save the damn day. We've got Khalil Mack, the guy you gave up 2 first-round picks for as an edge rusher, dropping back in coverage because Chuck Pagano is an effing moron. And lo and behold, Adam Thielen says, I don't want to touch that. That burns. And Khalil Mack says, give it here, bitch. And he goes running down the sidelines and truck sticking. Puts the Bears offense in fantastic position. You're thinking, oh my God, they won't just score 3 points in the first half. They might actually go nuts here and put up a whole whopping 10. You can feel the heat wave. And then lo and behold, what do you know? Nice 20-plus yard game by Anthony Miller over the middle. And immediately going to run with Ryan Nall twice. Because that's the play call that you're going to dial up when you're looking for success, right? Couple of dive plays with Ryan frickin' Nall. Like, you're supposed to be a professional offensive unit. And even if you want to blame the offensive line, like, the Vikings defense stinks. And you managed to score 6 effing points. 6 freaking points. Your special teams outscored the offense this week. The Bears are who the hell I said they were from Jump Street day 1. And you wanted to crown them. Well, you crowned their asses, and guess what? You got ring around your whole ring because you look like jackasses right now. Don't ever doubt the Schleich when it comes to this stupid organization ever again. Just imagine this. Just imagine this. In the fourth quarter, when you need a touchdown to win, you get set up again with great field position by a very good return by Anthony Miller. Hey, who knew? Put Anthony Miller back there. That way Dwayne Harris doesn't fumble. And I'm like, oh, Anthony Miller actually is effective somewhat as a return man. Almost like you could have seen that in college from him. Huh. And you get to the 3rd and 5 situation, when you get to real nut-cutting time, and you're running a freaking Gary Crowton-style wide receiver screen behind the line of scrimmage that gets blown up in your face. And then on 4th down, of course, Nick Fails, F-A-I-L-S, overthrows Anthony Miller deep, and again the nerds and the freaking marks for these McCaskey fuck-ups are going to sit there and blame everybody but the damn quarterback. And it's just, enough is enough. This is so bad that this team just let Kirk Cousins win on a Monday night. Kirk Cousins. This team that so many of you idiotically thought was any good at all is now 5 and freaking 5. They have lost their last 4 games in a row. And it's one thing if you just wanted to sit there and make the excuse of, well, they played some good teams at that time, like the Rams and the Saints and the Titans. Those are all playoff teams. They just threw up a freaking lame-ass goose egg type of performance against the Vikings. Another game where it's supposed to be a get right for your offense, and your offense scores 6 points. Unbelievable. And as far as at the end of the game, Nick Foles gets hurt. Best of luck to him. Hope everything's okay. Hope it's nothing too serious. And sure as hell hope to God this is absolutely the last time he has ever suited up as a Chicago Bears quarterback. Period. For all you clowns that bought into this move being worth anything, stop blaming the offensive line. Stop blaming just the play calling. It is an entire stupidity cycle of suck. Nick Foles is part of the problem too. Like the play calling obviously is so stupid. You call rollouts for Foles, but nothing but pocket passes for Trubisky. Like, it's totally backwards. Like, basic fundamental 101 things. Like, instead of putting your players in the best possible positions to succeed and doing things creatively in your offense to get targets for guys like Robinson and Mooney, you do the exact opposite. You have Cordero Patterson as your leading ball carrier, a whopping 12 rushes for 30 yards. You'd feel better at this point if you were just saying to the Vikings, hey, you know what? You don't have to take a single snap offensively. We'll give you 3 points, but you have to kick off to Cordero Patterson 12 times. I'd rather take my chances with that at this point because at least there's a chance for a big play with him as the return guy. By Christ! Patterson actually remembered he could be a great return man tonight, and it still didn't matter. So now, the best thing about this game is that it's over. And we got a bye week coming up next weekend, so we don't have to look at this stupid team, think about this stupid team, talk about this stupid team, or watch this stupid team. And hey, Virginia. Here's a Virginia alert for you. Tuesday would be a fantastic day to fire Ted Phillips. And to all the fans that want to talk about just fire Matt Nagy, no, that's a symptom of the problem. That is not the problem. All those that are saying fire Ryan Pace, well, die! But again, a symptom of the problem. Die! Not the problem. Can't fire the McCaskies because they own the team. So let's go with the highest-ranking non-McCaskey in the organization, the asshat, the jerk-off, the clown that continues to hire the incompetent general managers, that hire the incompetent nincompoop head coaches. That's Ted Phillips, the bean-counting accountant that sat there and has coasted for almost 2 damn decades of that crappy-ass Soldier Field stadium renovation. Like, imagine hanging your hat as an organization on that being something to be proud of. Freaking spaceship took a shit in the middle of the Roman Coliseum. You didn't put a dome on it because you wanted to keep the mistake of Bears football, which was code for the city of Chicago and Bears fans all over the place. We're too damn stupid to see through your bullshit and realize and understand that that was code for you were too damn cheap. You didn't want to pony up the dough a little bit more out of pocket to put the dome on so that way you could be like a real big league city in those Super Bowls, Final Fours, WrestleManias, and all those things. Why do that? You just reward mediocrity. That's the McCaskey way. Like tonight, perfect example of Bears football. Minus the ability to run the ball. At least we used to get that. You know, you had a inside linebacker, Roquan Smith, making plays all over the place. Hey, about time in his 3rd year. It's finally time. He started playing like a top 10 pick is supposed to, but at least we got it. Defense making some big plays, big stars stepping up in some big spots. You know, but then also the brain fart, blown coverages on guys like Jefferson and Thielen that are unacceptable but totally expected for a Pagano coach defense. And then the offense is just the offense. The coordinators, names may change. The quarterbacks change. The head coaches change. But the results are always the same. And until Ted Phillips is fired and you get a competent, qualified person to actually be the president of this team, nothing, and I emphasize again, absolutely nothing will change. Period. This shit gets old. It gets really old. The only thing older than that are the Bears fans that continue to make excuses for this McCaskey mediocrity.